K. Fill in the middle with an A. It's Carlos and Ryan, and we know that you're dying to hear what we have to say today. I say we hear what we have to say today. It's the blank. Fill it in. Fill it in. Fill it in. Yeah. Lo siento.
So Carl's singing All Holy.
Oh shit, it's recording.
All Holy and whatnot.
Oh, I didn't even know we were recording.
And he premised today's episode asking me to dress in a certain color.
Right.
And I I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit hesitant on wearing that specific color or not.
Right.
I'm not gonna let you know whether or what the color is, but I'm wearing it at this moment.
Right.
So we'll just allow people's sort of mind to wander and
It's
kind
red.
of okay.
It's
All
red.
right.
I told him the red.
But I'm also
I
wearing
couldn't help it.
the American colors.
What do you mean?
America.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Woo!
Oh boy.
Woo!
We're American up today, huh? Aren't we? Damn. God damn.
Woo!
All right. Well, I'll give it to you. Did you know the last 6 digits of your driver's license is your birthday?
I don't think I knew that.
Young world. I didn't say that last week, so I have to give it to them. Can you believe that? That was our first episode where I didn't really say that.
Well, we have to do a good episode today.
Because
we have a week off.
We have a
week off next week.
We have to really give this a bang this week.
It's not good.
Yeah, it's all your fault.
It's not good.
You're a horrible person.
I've been taking way too many days off.
That's right.
I'm not putting my heart and soul into this project.
That's right.
It's terrible.
Yeah, well, at least you're addressed. At least
terrible.
you're aware of it.
Someone should murder. Someone should murder me.
That escalated quickly.
Someone should come to
Young world. I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ryan.
And this is The Blank with Carlos and Ryan. I think I scared the shit out of our business director.
Yeah.
And welcome to another week, another edition, another episode of The Blank with Carlos and Ryan. And we're back on Thursdays.
We're back on Thursdays.
No
more Wednesday episodes.
Yeah, that was a rough one last week, I feel.
Yeah. The definitely out of our realm.
Mhm.
We're out of our scope.
Yeah.
On Wednesday.
Yeah.
But
we're back today, baby.
Yeah, we are back. We're back. Should be a good episode too. We're gonna be talking about some different things. I guess first off, just want to say happy Thursday, everybody, and happy Friday if you have been listening on the Friday, and happy weekend if you have been listening on the weekend.
Because I'll be good on the weekend. Boop, doop, 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 doop. That's a good
song.
Thanks.
Yeah, it was a good song.
Right? That was a really good. Shout out R.I.P. Mac Miller, man. Damn, make some bang ass.
It was a good song. I was actually looking somewhere on YouTube recently, and somebody said how Mac Miller's like they're they didn't care that he died and all that kind of stuff.
No,
called him a poser or something like that. I don't know.
Mac Miller?
Some rapper or something like that came out and was like, I don't care that he died. He stole my stuff or something like that.
What the hell?
Something along those lines. I don't remember who.
That's dumb.
But I'm that's the first time I've ever heard that about Mac Miller.
Yeah,
usually everyone loves Mac Miller. Yeah,
who can say anything bad about Mac Miller?
I don't know.
Come on,
extremely
those
weird.
last few albums are
yeah.
You know what, man? R.I.P. Mac, dude.
Yeah,
he's definitely made our high school years a lot better. Remember when that Kids mixtape dropped, and that made the heads bop way back in the day. So
it's definitely some good stuff.
Absolutely. R.I.P.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
Good stuff.
So we got an action-packed episode this week, allegedly, because Ryan's not going to be here next week. He has other commitments to attend to, specifically.
So we got to fill it in this week.
Ooh, I like that
because I'll be getting filled in.
crazy. You know, let's just end the episode here because I don't even know where to go from there. That is
it's all this American.
insane.
It's all this American
Oh
colors.
my god! I'm so glad that even that the fact that you didn't even finish the sentence tells me that was a crazy thing to say.
I was at you know where I was at yesterday?
Yeah.
I was at this donut shop. I forget what donut
Bro,
shop.
you're
I don't
talking
even
about
eat.
filling it, and then you proceed to talk about donuts, the objects with holes in them. Crazy. You know what? Go ahead. Continue.
What's like the most famous donut like that's like really big?
Like a jelly roll or something.
No, like the branding of donuts in Canada. It's not Timmy's,
Dunkin' Donuts.
not Dunkin'.
Oh, Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme. So I was at a
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme place the other day, and I was getting coffee, and I'm like, man, these donuts look really good.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time I ate a Krispy Kreme donut, but I was like, man, the filler donuts,
Oh, crazy.
some good stuff.
Oh my!
I didn't get
God.
one, but I'm just saying.
Mental.
Shout out to Krispy Kreme, man.
Oh my!
Those guys had a
God.
huge move in
That is a fantastic advertisement
back
for
in
Krispy
the back in the
God
it was like the late
damn.
90s,
and
early
I would like to
2000s.
get filled in.
Yeah.
This episode sponsored by Krispy Kreme. Get a donut and fill her in.
Yeah.
Good lord. Okay.
And we're gonna fill you up.
Oh, we're gonna fill you up.
Sponsored by Krispy
Yeah,
Kreme.
like, what? Get ready to get. Imagine a commercial just
Yeah.
like, "Hey, you want a donut?" It's like, "Yeah, sure." All right, get ready to get filled up.
I'm telling you, man.
Excuse me.
See, they have perfect advertising opportunities, but they just don't happen to
And
do
you
it.
know what, Krispy Kreme, if you're watching this, you're welcome. It's yours.
Take
You're
it.
welcome. But we just want credit. We don't want money, but we want at least
Yeah.
credit. All right. Yeah, let's get this shit out the way. Some crazy ish. Actually, you know what? I want to talk about what we were just talking about before the show. So, as I told you, or as you're aware, it is cuffing season.
It
Cuffing
is.
season is upon us.
It 110%
and I'm
is.
partaking within
Love
the
it.
cuffing season.
Tis the season.
Tis the season. Fa la 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 la
Tis
la
the
la
season.
la. And so I you know, I'm browsing around and getting a message. I get this one particular one. You know, I'm like, all right, that's cool, that's fine, everything's great. And she mentions, you're gonna come to my neighborhood because you're a gentleman.
Love it. I love it.
Now, directness I appreciate, but at the same time, there's a simple, can you come to? You know, you can't ask.
No,
Why?
No.
Why?
because
No. There's
You know,
there's
men
there's
need it
directness,
direct.
and then there's a point of being rude, and I think that's a little rude.
men need it direct.
Yeah, I
We need
appreciate.
we need to
direct.
know
Oh, I appreciate direct.
need to tell us
anytime.
what to do.
No. That's different. No, there's asking, and there's being polite and be like, "Hey, is it okay if you come to my neighborhood? I'd really appreciate it." I'm like, absolutely, of course.
No.
I ain't going to listen. If this could be if this works out, this could be a precursor of what to come, where she tells me what to do for everything. Fuck that.
So
I don't
what-
want to be in a relationship.
So what if
like
she
that.
sent you a nudie right after it?
Right after the
Yeah,
tell
right
me
after
what
that
to do?
mess.
Well, the reason why she's that's different. That's different. She
You said a
wants me to
picture.
come.
You said you picture you shirtless with a thing of flowers, just like butt
She
naked.
sends
yeah.
a picture of me. to
No,
me?
you know, she sends a nude of
Oh.
her, and then what do you send back?
Holy, I don't know.
The Krispy Kreme, Krispy Kreme
yeah,
donut.
Krispy Kreme donut. And she's like, "Why is there a picture of Krispy Kreme donut?"
Oh
It's like,
my
"Baby,
God.
I'm finna fill you
Yeah.
up."
God damn.
So one way or another, you're getting
Tell
filled
me
up.
where, yeah, man. God damn.
Now that's different. See, if she's like, "You're gonna come to my neighborhood," I'm like, "Damn, you can't be any nicer." And then she follows up with the photos. I'd be like,
Man.
"Well, I mean, you know what? I'll let this slide this one time because I know what you want. All right, I'll appreciate it, but I ain't get any of that.
Man, you know how phone plans are, man.
Well,
Fucking
phone plans,
MMS
yeah,
be spinning sometimes. You
the
know?
5G,
yeah, it just
you
didn't.
know.
It didn't send properly. Man.
Right.
You never know.
I got you. Yeah.
saying.
Okay. But I'm just saying, for future reference, folks, let's be more kind. All right. I know you want to be direct. I know that you're looking for something out there. If you got to put out the good energy in order to attract it. That's all I gotta say. All right. That's a factor of that. And also, this whole love thing. If you don't love yourself, don't go looking out for it, because the only reason why you're looking for love is because you don't love yourself.
True that.
All right.
True that.
That's what I'm saying. Folks, love yourself first, and then the love will come to you. Because what's attractive about people is the fact that they're comfortable in their own skin and they love themselves. That's why you find people attractive. The makeup and all that shit will go away. That shit will end over time. People age all the time. You can look attractive, but there's a reason why you stay. Is if the person is comfortable in their own skin. There
That's
it
beautifully
is.
said.
God damn. Well, I'm
Beautifully
not even
said.
10 minutes in and I'm dropping bombs today.
Beautifully said. I'm the opposite though.
Okay.
I want you to tell me what to do.
Go ahead.
I want you to call me names.
Right.
You know,
Spit on me if I'm doing wrong.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Like just
Just
absolutely
slap me.
nasty. Yeah. Like beat me up. You
Just
know what
call
I mean?
call my mom and just tell her you
Yeah,
made a
literally.
mistake.
Yeah.
Your son is an absolute fucking
I'm
joke.
grounded. Kind of thing, you know what I mean?
grounded your son.
Like-
what are you gonna do about
Like
it?
dunce cap me. Kinda,
Yeah.
You know, put me in the corner, put a dunce cap on.
When your son makes a
you know?
mistake, I spank him a
Yeah,
little bit.
Exactly. That's what I like.
Yeah, and you know what? I got him writing a 1-page letter.
I bought a
1-page
blackboard.
essay.
I bought a blackboard just to do lines. You know what I
Damn.
mean? Like, tell me what to do. I like it.
Golly.
You know?
Wow, so that Simpsons
That's
intro
just,
must have resonated
Yeah,
with you all your life.
It's just taken away. You know what I mean?
Wow.
But I get it. Everyone's a little bit different. Everyone has kind of, they approach these conversations differently in certain
Sure.
ways, and it works for some people and
Sure.
it doesn't. And
Absolutely.
I can.
Don't get me wrong. I'm intrigued by this to see where it goes.
See,
Hold on.
See?
I'm intrigued by it because I've never had this happen before. All right. But at the same time, I'm like, if this continues on, like it was cute at first, now it's like, hey, you need to calm the fuck down.
Cutesy wootsy thing.
Yeah, it's cutesy wootsy at first. Like I get it.
Yeah.
You like to be in control, but listen, this control thing is out the fucking window. No, because it's not even about control. It's just rude.
Okay.
Okay. We'll see where this goes, though.
Okay.
What do you think, buddy? It's our co-host over here.
Yes. Taking a nap.
All right. I want to get a little serious here. Fellow YouTuber, Young Philly. I'm sure you may have heard the story.
You've explained it to me, but I don't know if it's been on this podcast.
No,
or
it
not.
hasn't, because it came out after the fact.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't like you when you're like this. You know that. I don't like you when you're like this. I got a message.
Krispy Kreme donuts, man. Krispy Kreme donuts.
Krispy Kreme donut. But yes, let's go back to Young Philly. Young Philly is.
So who? Yeah. Sorry. Go overview of Young.
Why
Philly
are you?
Because I don't know
what. Are
I don't even know
our
who.
First podcast fight. Is that what this is?
Because I don't even know who Young
Philly is.
Philly
The director
is.
need to get in here and mediate a freaking.
I don't know who Young Philly is.
Young Philly is a YouTuber. He is known for creating content online.
Okay.
With his friends. He's also
I like it.
getting into the music scene. Has a few songs out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
He was actually in Australia for a tour. Had a club appearance out there, and while at the club, he was smitten with a female. Both he and the female went back to his hotel, and next few days later, he was arrested for sexual assault.
Wow.
You know what is weird? I've seen stories about this case, but the YouTube peoples are censoring that term.
Censoring what?
Sexual assault.
Why is that?
I really don't know.
Interesting.
Like, is that bad to say that? Even the R word you can't say.
What's the R word?
You know it.
Oh.
You can't say it, apparently.
But Ryan?
Yeah. Because when you go back to the hotel, you got a Ryan, a girl.
No, okay. I don't know. That's weird, but
That's
okay.
odd. But hey, man, it's
sure.
YouTube's algorithm. You know what? We'll follow. I apologize for saying the term earlier if that is against it, but I'll stop now. But yes, obviously there was allegations going on. He was arrested, and there's a big thing going on about his arrest. He's losing sponsorships, deals.
Damn.
Quite a bit. He had quite a bit too, and they're like practically all gone. He had partnerships with other YouTube channels there. They're suspending the deals effective immediately until there is a verdict. But this thing is, though, he was extradited from another place in Australia to Perth, where he was arrested in. So, like, he's not they took his passport too, so he's not even allowed to leave the country until for trial.
Damn.
and the guy has to go to he's on bail now. He's out on bail now, but like if he's
In Australia.
in Australia,
That's
but
crazy.
those prisons over there are not they're not great. There's
That's crazy.
a lot of horror stories.
Wow.
But
What a
I just
nightmare.
wanted to share a story. So I actually met the guy
Wow.
in at Pearson after our Costa Rica trip. I'm not gonna say that I got like predator vibes from him or anything, but I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he wasn't exactly the nicest.
Okay.
I mean, he was it was a bit rude. I'm not gonna lie, a bit standoffish. He just looked like he just did not want to like converse.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the end of it, he did say, I told him welcome to Canada, and he thanked me and shook my hand, and then I went about my day. I'm hearing stories about how he's a bit of a dick in person.
Damn.
Like he's like not a nice person.
Yeah.
But again, to each their own. I'm not like that. I'm just saying from my experience personally, he wasn't exactly thrilled that someone was talking to him, or someone that is not in his crew. And I get it. It might have been a long flight from the UK to Canada at the time, so I don't know. But I will say, from what I'm seeing in like the comments, we shouldn't judge people, or we shouldn't already convince yourself that he's guilty just based off what is there. Because again, you guys weren't there, I wasn't there, we don't know the story, so let's just ease up on the he's guilty decisions already.
Well said.
That's all I got, and we got to get into the habit of understanding that people are innocent until proven guilty. Or else, if we start accusing people, then like we're gonna like society. We're gonna fail as a society. That's it.
Well said.
All right. We don't know the facts. We don't know the story. We haven't seen the proof. Allegedly, there is video, but we don't know what's on it. So, I just want to address it there.
Yeah.
Also, another thing. R.I.P. to Liam, the dude from One Direction.
Yes.
Sad story.
Yes.
Sad and very unfortunate.
Rest in peace, that dude, man.
Yeah, that was brutal. I mean, yeah, just yesterday he passed away. It was fell off. What is it? Like apparently he fell off the third floor.
Honestly, when I read the news, I didn't even know who the dude was. I'll be honest with you. Like, and then I learned about it after the fact, and I don't know. One Direction's definitely not part of like our generation, and I just don't care. Not that I don't care. I just don't listen to too much of like the newer music or like music that was growing up during that time where it was that big. But obviously I know like the Zayn dude, and then that other dude.
Do you find him hot?
He's an attractive dude. You know what I mean?
That's
and what's the other guy's name? The guy with the long hair.
Harry Styles.
Harry Styles, like that.
Harry Styles.
That dude.
I love you, Harry Styles.
But I don't know much about other that. But like, obviously it doesn't take away the fact that like, someone did happen to lose their life, which from my understanding was over alcohol abuse or some sort of abuse.
He had trouble in the past, and also with drugs.
Yeah. So substance abuse is a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Celebrities are not immune to it by any means. And we have historical stories about people, throughout every single generation of Hollywood. Not just our own kind of thing of ODing and abusing drugs and all that kind of stuff. So, and it's not any easier to kind of talk about. So definitely, serious things. And rest in peace to that dude. It's unfortunate. But yeah, no, like I don't know. I never really listened to One Direction in that sense, but never? I can understand, because I think it would be a big deal if someone like Justin Timberlake passed away. You know what I mean?
So you're saying Liam's death doesn't matter?
Like, it definitely matters, but like for me personally, I would feel it.
You don't know you're beautiful. You don't know you're beautiful.
We're gonna get copyright strike from this, but
not the way I say.
But yeah. So yeah, like someone like AJ from like Backstreet Boys or something like that.
Damn, that would be rough.
Like that would be a rough. You know what I mean? Like, and then all that stuff inevitably happens. You know what I mean? But you always kind of wish them well. It's like, okay, that person lived a really long life.
Yeah.
So.
JC from
terrible.
NSYNC. If JC died, that might bring it to you.
Terrible.
That dude can sing.
He can
sing. But R.I.P. though, man.
Yeah.
That's condolences, thoughts and prayers with his family. To the rest of One Direction out there. Yeah. Uh, you know, hearts are with you, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on with the show and try to be a little more chipper. Actually, no, you know what? Let's do a little more. I wanted to say it's sad, but it is it's interesting. I so the Sahara Desert. Are you familiar with the Sahara Desert? Sahara Desert.
From books and whatnot. Yes, I've never been there
Oh, you know it is a real place.
myself. Well, I don't know. I've only ever seen it in
No,
books.
it's a real place.
How do you know it's an actually
we
real place
Oh
if
my
you've never been there
God.
yourself?
All right, Breitbart News.
It's
Well,
like
you know
it's
what?
like
Screw
it's
it.
like
I'm sorry.
saying that the world is round when you've never been in space. Look at it.
Folks, I was not aware that Ryan was like this. I don't know where this came.
I've never seen it myself.
Oh, here we go.
You know,
Not on camera, please. The Sahara Desert is a real place. The world is a goddamn 3D object. Let it go. Anyway, yes, the Sahara Desert, obviously known for sands and sands and sands, and not a single lick of water you can get anywhere in the Sahara Desert. It's flooded.
oh yes, I did hear about
It's
that.
flooded.
Mm-hmm.
Well, folks, this is it.
Well, I wonder what people are thinking about that kind of stuff. It's like
Dude, it's not even being talked about a lot. To be
no,
honest.
because like that stuff really doesn't matter to like mainstream media by any means. You know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
trying to see, what Charlie D'Amelio is dancing to on TikTok.
I have no idea who Charlie D'Amelio is.
That's what matters.
No idea who that is.
You don't know who Charlie D'Amelio?
No, I don't. So for all of our audio listeners, Carlos happens to be doing a TikTok dance at the moment. Just to provide you some context, he's doing extremely well. But yeah, no, that's crazy. Like for a lot of the, especially with like all the politics and like the political stuff that's going on as of recently, like there's really a big notice or a big sort of issue with like climate change and all that kind of stuff. And I felt like it hasn't been really talked about in recent times.
Yeah.
Because there's so much like political and like geographical stuff that's going on when we're talking about like the Middle East, Israel, like the U.S. election, all that kind of stuff. It's hard to kind of lose, or it's easy to lose sight on like some of the other big things that still are ongoing at this moment. Like, when's the last time you heard something about climate change? You know what I mean? On like mainstream news, like I haven't really heard too much about it as of late.
Climate change does bring
So-
ratings, so it's whatever.
That's what I mean. So it's like it's really easy to lose sight on
Climate change is
like
boring as shit.
stuff like that,
Right.
right? So
Like, dude, like talk about shit that's important. Like, what's ASAP Rocky and Rihanna doing with their kids today? All right, that's important.
but like the Sahara Desert, for an environment that hasn't probably seen rain in forever or rarely gets to see rain in general, for it to be flooded
I don't
is
think
a
it's ever-
definitely
I think it's a thing where it's like never rained there,
like that's a huge deal.
and now it's flooded.
Yeah,
you can
like,
swim
that's a huge
in the
deal.
Sahara Desert.
So something's definitely going on.
Something definitely in the water.
Me and you were sitting here podcasting,
Baby, and the Sahara
and the
Desert.
Sahara Desert's
What are we
fucking
doing
flooding.
with
What
our
are we
lives?
doing? Man?
We are
What are we
focusing our
doing?
efforts on the
Literally.
wrong things.
I need to be Greta.
We need to be
Ryan
saving
Greta.
Greta, man.
Greta
Well, I
Ryan.
mean, the flat Earth thing is not really helping your case neither. You can't just be having a press conference where you want asking people.
Hey,
to
climate change can still be real if the
Here
world
we
is
go.
flat.
Here we go.
I'm just saying.
Oh boy.
Just saying.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
And that's the truth.
No, it's not.
But yeah,
you
that's
sick,
crazy
sick, you
news.
sick
That's actually
man.
crazy news.
You sick
Yeah.
man.
I feel like there's been some like absolute craziness stuff that's been in the news lately. Like I
Like?
was on Reddit today, and there was like this post in Kitchener. So like for all of our Ontario listeners, like everyone knows Kitchener in that area.
Kitchener.
But if you're a listener that's from outside of Ontario or outside of Canada in general, there's this little town called Kitchener, Ontario. And I actually have a couple buddies actually live out there now. But I was reading this news article where public schools are actually not celebrating Halloween anymore.
Oh,
Like they're not doing like Halloween events. Like teachers can still in
costume
school, yeah, stuff
contests.
like that. Exactly. They don't decorate it in the hallways and stuff like that anymore. And then like back in the day, there used to be like assemblies held, or like remember the kindergartners would walk around the school. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if that happened in then like in Vaughan, but back in Newmarket, if you were a kindergarten, you'd have to dress up and then you'd walk throughout the whole school during Halloween so that all the older kids could see your costume, which is pretty cool.
They'd parade
Yeah, like they parading kindergartens. Yeah, I thought it was
what
cute.
What in the abuse is going on?
I thought it was cute.
What the hell is going on?
And then, but yeah, that kind of stuff just like it was natural and normal in
Yeah.
schools and stuff like that. And then
Yeah.
like maybe it could be looked at in a different light as of now. But one of the reasons why a lot of these Kitchener public schools are not celebrating Halloween anymore is
because it goes against God's will. That's why. Because these schools know that they're followers of Christ, and whoever celebrates Halloween can burn in hell because you worship Satan.
So that was the funny thing is that they're trying to be quote unquote more inclusive in that sense. So they're canceling Halloween in general. So then I was reading the comments, and a lot of people were like, teachers are still giving out candy to kids, and kids can still feel free to dress up, but they're just not doing actual Halloween events anymore in schools in Kitchener, supposedly, or at least for a few select schools. So some of the comments came out and was like, oh, like there were some really racist ass comments being like, oh, they're getting rid of Canadian holidays and then implementing Indian holidays and stuff like that. I don't know, just some absolute crazy shit. And then
wait, hold on, we gotta address this. What does that mean?
I don't know. That's like some real racist
Indian holidays.
Some real and it's crazy because that comment had at least 7 upvotes or 6 upvotes or something like that. By the time I read it.
So like instead of Halloween, they're doing Diwali.
Yeah,
Kitchener High Schools now,
or something like that.
Crazy.
And then one other person commented that and was like, I swear I'm 45 now and I grew up in Kitchener, and I only ever met people like evangelist Christians were the ones that were trying to ban Halloween because it's like considered the devil's day and all that kind of stuff. So
you're saying they're masking this ban as one thing, as an inclusive thing, but it's really
bring us back to God.
Yeah, exactly.
Bring us back to
God.
Because
they realize, you know what, these Gen Zers and these millennials, they're going to hell.
We've lost.
Yeah, so we're like they're a lost cause. But these new generation, they're gonna be A-okay.
But I was gonna say, like I don't agree with that. But what are your thoughts on getting rid of Halloween in schools?
I think it's ridiculous. It really limits people's imaginations to live out, their fictional dreams. You know what I mean? They can dress up as their favorite character on TV. It's dumb. I think it's dumb. It's not. Yeah, I see no purpose in banning Halloween. I don't know what inclusivity. Like, are they fearing that someone will dress up as a
it could be that or something.
Are they fearing that someone's going to dress up as Diddy this year? Like, I don't understand. Like,
the scariest costume of all.
Yeah, just a white kid with sunglasses and a leather jacket and baby oil he's holding.
God, yeah.
Now that is funny, kids. If you're out there and you're trying to, or specifically the black kids, because obviously inclusivity. If you're out there and you are a black male, in the in grade school, go to the school as Diddy, dress up in a very nice clothing, and hold baby oil. You'll win your contest. You're welcome. Costume idea. Boom. Check it. That's all I got. Yeah. So
Yeah. Crazy
indeed.
Crazy ideas.
This Halloween, you know what? People are getting scared. People are worried because perception is key now. We now live in a generation where instead of us actually truly caring, we have to perceive that we care by making all these extraneous efforts to ensure that we look like we care. And it's dumb. I think it's dumb. And the people that live that lifestyle, you're dumb and you're pathetic and you are worse than scum. And you know what? I'm going to take this, and I didn't want to take this far.
Wow.
I hope you go to your bedroom and find baby oil in there.
Wow. This took a turn.
Yeah. So I said it, and I don't care.
This took a turn.
You know what? I'm saying crazy shit because you know what? You said it. You said this is that episode for a little while. We need to freaking drop bombs in this episode. All right, that's all we got to do, baby. That's all we got to do. Anywho, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. We're gonna watch some YouTube videos and shit.
Okay,
We'll
so
be
we're
back.
back.
Boom, 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 boom.
We got a really interesting video for you. Carlos actually shared this in the group the other day, and we all had a good chuckle. But we just found the video on YouTube again, but there's another part of this video that we do have to laugh at as well. So we're just gonna go to the video right now, and as you can see, this is Sky News out of Australia, from my understanding.
Aussie, oi, oi, oi.
And the segment is called "Lefties Losing It."
What a title!
Yeah, what a weird.
Oh, there is a few Democrats and that are like a bit are freaking. What's the term I'm looking for here? They're triggered.
Oh yeah,
they're triggered. Listening to this.
This Rita.
I didn't know. That's crazy.
Yeah, you thinking like because Australia is known to be pretty like left leaning, from my understanding, and I guess everyone's got to write media news, man. So there should be, I agree that there should be in all places, sort of thing. So, yeah, but super interesting.
It's
so
very.
I didn't know that. I was not expecting that from Australia. That's a weird part, but let's go ahead and start this video.
Let's get it. Oh.
Now there's stupid, there is spectacularly stupid, and then there is this. Watch this leftist TikToker lose her mind and vandalize the flag display.
So I watched the video that they were gonna watch. I didn't know that she was black.
I wish she was Which could be Cambodian.
This is Cambodian.
She could be.
This is a Cambodian.
This is Cambodian.
This woman is good, dude. This woman right here is Dr. Umar Johnson's wet dream. Are you kidding?
This lady could be Cambodian.
Cambodian. No way.
Just
are you kidding?
The odd sheep out of a Cambodian
what the hell are you talking
family,
about?
Who knows?
Oh my goodness.
I did not know she was black.
Bro, that is
we're not gonna watch this movie. We're gonna watch this video.
This is this set us back a few years for this. This is this is unfortunate. You know what? We'll continue on. I wanted to laugh. Now I'm just extremely disappointed.
Oh my god!
All right. Well, here we go.
Sorry, Carlos.
The Negro. What the hell are you thinking?
This was actually a raw reaction from Carlos too. This wasn't played out. By any
didn't
means.
know. I knew of
I
the
didn't know
video.
I didn't know she was black either.
I watched the video, but this is us first hearing about. Well, seeing her. Oh. We didn't see the person behind the camera, and now.
Jeez.
Oh dear. Yeah. You know what? Continue.
At a Greek restaurant in New Jersey because she thought the Greek flag was the Israeli flag, and apparently that entitles her to act like this.
I'm about to come back and put Free Palestine too. The Free Palestine. Look, what you looking at? Do you know damn well there's a genocide?
Okay, I hear her speak. I should have known she was black. But I didn't want to assume because you never know.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Could a Cambodian girl talking like that,
So, okay. I just wanted to. All right. Let's continue.
But the flag, as we can clearly see, this is
not Israel. Not even close.
This is a flag of Greece.
There's no star on it whatsoever.
Wonderful food.
Yes, fantastic.
Great place.
Heroes.
They have that coast with all the white housing on the side.
I'd like to go there one
I don't know what
day.
it's called, but it's a beautiful place from my understanding. But yeah.
Yes. So not Israel.
Not Israel.
Very, very much Greece.
Yeah, very much Greece.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think there's a genocide going on in Greece.
Not to my knowledge, no.
Right here. I don't stand for this. There's genocide, and I don't stand for Zionism. And Montclair. I
love how she slows down the wording.
You know that, right?
It's like, well, can you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
There is a genocide. Do you know that? I'm sure they are aware of the genocide, but madam, it's not in the country that you think it's in.
Not in our country.
It's not in ours. Okay, can you go? Oh, can you pause it? You see,
what's the purpose?
This woman got upset at first, but I don't know if you can tell it right
looks
now.
Like she's smiling.
She's smiling because she's like, "Oh my God, she stumbled upon gold." Yeah. And she really wants to take out her camera right now to record this, but it's just so.
She's funny. Like, I'm on the clock.
Yeah,
I don't want to get fired from my job,
so I don't want to say anything that will get me fired. That smile, there's a bit of irritation behind it because she wants to just be like, "You're an idiot. That is not Israel."
So I guess one of my questions here, because I don't really know how TikTok works, and I'm assuming that this is TikTok because of the logo on the bottom right and on the top.
It is TikTok. Yeah.
Can you take the video and like not post it?
Here's the deal.
Is it live?
Here's the deal. She recorded it knowing that well, you know what, I'll answer this question after we watch this.
Okay, because I don't know how that works, but
I will. That's a good question, and I'll answer it after.
Because in hindsight, if it worked the other way, then she could have saved herself by not posting this video. Well,
that's the thing. Let's get into that after the video, just to give the context.
So, yeah, I wish they showed his face.
Yeah,
but it's okay.
Yeah, that guy's face says it all. Now let's see how this lefty losing it reacts when told that she's attacking a Greek restaurant and tearing down Greek flags.
But this is not okay.
This is Greeky.
Who's this?
Really?
This is Greeky.
What?
My bad.
Greeky.
Oh, I thought it was Israel. My bad. Really?
It looked like Israel.
Oh, my bad. It looked like Israel.
Damn. How embarrassing.
Do you want it back?
Okay, well, you want it back?
Do you want your flag displayer just tore down back? Unbelievable. Just as unbelievable is the fact that
pause it now.
Idiot
I was getting right into
to post
this, but
that on social media.
Here's the deal.
It's almost funny until you realize these people.
When you record something, for me personally, if I take a picture or I record something and it's not a good take, I'll delete it and remove it from the camera roll. That's just me.
I would do that too.
Right?
I think any reasonable person does that.
Absolutely. It's standard. This moron went to the black female. I'm going to, expand, emphasize this because the disappointment that I now have.
Damn.
Went to a Greek restaurant, took down the flags, assuming it was Israel.
I get that.
Folks, this is a good sign for you to stay in school and learn learn. All right. I would hope. Listen, I'm not asking if I have a kid. I'm not asking for him to be a genius. I'm not asking him to be the most talented athlete in the world. No. I just want what's the best. I just hope at least he knows the difference between Greece and Israel's flag. That's the very least I can ask for from any of my kids.
I'm thinking I'm not surprised about this because I heard it was in New Jersey. I'm like, okay, New Jersey.
Oh, it is in New Jersey.
It's in New Jersey.
Fascinating.
So I'm not surprised by this. Obviously, I wouldn't even be more surprised if it was in Florida. That'd be even more of an insight.
Well, I think it'd end fascinatingly different.
Oh yeah,
I think
there would be a shooting.
I think there would be a chainsaws involved, if anything.
But I think in this case, it really goes to show the educational system in America.
Yeah.
How people literally have no idea. And I'm not talking about the differences in flags per se. I don't know all of the flags in the whole world.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I'm not one of those people that knows that game where you can pick the flags and all that kind of stuff. But it's the building blocks of good logical thinking before doing something like that. I think that's where the American sort of society really shows itself when it comes to news like this. And I don't want to generalize and say everybody's like this. There's very small probably aspects of it, but it's just really unfortunate that it really shows how bad it is when you have literally a supercomputer in your hand to record this whole thing when you honestly would have saved yourself by doing it by just Googling what the Israel flag looks like.
You know what I mean? All you could have done, be like,
know what I mean?
I'm not sure. Let me double check.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? It's not it.
Yeah.
Let me save myself from this embarrassment and walk home.
Because if it was an Israeli restaurant and they did that, then it's like, okay, then it's a protester, like
it's
being
a protester
violent.
going on based on their beliefs.
Yeah.
Now look, I'm not for someone,
Yeah, no, I'm not for that either. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For that either, but
I think they do have the right to protest. However, to protest how they feel
peacefully,
not by vandalizing and damaging a property. But at the same time,
this is vandalism
and absolute idiot. Like, if I'm the police officer taking this case, I'm like, you have to be shitting me. Like, you know what? I want to I'm gonna chuckle the entire time. Like, do you want to press charges on this chick? Because I don't
stay in school.
You know what I mean? Like, if she uploaded the video, if I found out after that she uploaded the video, I'd be like, you know what? I don't think we should press charges. The internet's gonna rip her to shreds.
Yeah,
they're gonna eat her alive.
Yeah. 100, and I'm sure they are.
And you made Australian news, so congratulations.
And the thing about it is, when you post on TikTok, they see your user ID, and I'm like, so I'm sure she's getting ripped up.
Oh, they showed her a picture on the goddamn Australian news, so the whole country knows what she looks like.
So,
idiot.
I don't know what the rest of this video is, but I think we got our point across about it. But I guess
let's just see what
else
Rita feels.
And when it comes to their vote, they ain't voting for Donald Trump. Democrats count on low information voters who consume trash like this.
If Donald Trump does win, there won't be Democrats go back and figure out how to get more voters.
Yeah, Rita, I think you look a racist,
Rita,
girl.
There's a little listen. Like, if you're not a fan of lefties, that's fine. Yeah, you're sort of, what's going on here?
Okay, maybe we're only
hey, hold on, listen, my race took a bit of a hit today, so you need to relax, all right? Jesus, what's going on? What did she do?
Come on, Rita.
Okay, you know what? I think we should stop the video because I think we're deriving away from the Greek
from the actual video.
Now, yes, obviously, madam, from the Greek incident, obviously you're going on some people's kids. Without question.
A doubt, you wholeheartedly won it for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. It's not even it's the most idiotic thing I've seen this month.
Yeah, definitely.
100%. Yeah, and you might be contender for some people's kids of the year.
Yeah, it's got to be.
It's definitely going to be up there. So you know what? We're gonna end the video here. Thanks for tuning in, and let's go back to our regular scheduled programming.
Thanks, everybody. We'll be back.
Bye.
And we're back.
Back.
We back.
Back.
I hope you enjoyed that segment. That was actually very entertaining and very sad at the same time.
Disappointing. A little disappointing for me.
Yeah.
For many reasons.
It was a rough one.
It's all good. Life Jennings, you remember that guy?
Mm-hmm. I actually really like Life Jennings.
Yeah, he's a talented singer.
He had some good stuff. Went to jail, unfortunately.
Nice.
I saw that he redid one of his music videos or something like that.
He redid it?
Yeah, so that, funny enough, that Must Be Nice song that you were just saying, coincidentally, he just redid that music video as of late or something like that.
Oh, interesting. I'll check that out.
And I think his first album came out when we were probably in grade 7 or 8 or something like that.
I think we were 7
or 8 or something like that. Yeah, it was a pretty good album. He had some good bangers.
Take a deep breath and think before you let it go.
Yeah, he had some bangers, man.
He did.
Life Jennings.
So he actually, apparently he said on Twitter that he wanted to do a Tiny Desk NPR, but they told him that he wasn't big enough to do it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, what a hit to the ego there.
I'm surprised because they have a lot of people that I've never even heard of on Tiny Desk.
Right?
You know what I mean?
It's like an opportunity for newcomers to come in and really. So I mean, my thing is, what does that mean? You're not big enough.
I find that they rarely have huge artists on there. When Taylor and Adele did it, that was the biggest.
Taylor Swift did it.
Yeah, Taylor did a Tiny Desk a while ago, a couple years ago. Yeah, yeah, it was great.
Huh.
Yeah, Taylor did it. Adele did it, but there's not many
Adele did it. Yeah, I remember her.
Huge names that have done it. I feel like
Usher?
it's a lot of old. Oh yeah, Usher. But I felt like Tiny Desk was a lot of like
niche
artists. You know what I
Yeah.
mean, or ones that like aren't so huge as of right now, or they're past their time where they're now
Right.
coming back
Juvenile.
and like Scarface.
Juvenile did one.
Juvenile. You know, Wale did one when he was a little bit out of his. You know, and I'm a huge fan of Wale, and like, yeah, like people are doing this, the Tiny Desk stuff outside or after their career is done.
Carly Rae Jepsen did one.
Yeah. Like I'm actually shocked. I actually am shocked that he couldn't get one.
That's unfair.
I think
he would have fit. Great. He would have fit perfectly.
Perfect. Acoustic.
Like acoustic guitar. That's it.
Yeah.
Come on. That's messed up.
That's crazy.
That's messed up, Tiny. If true,
I'm sure there's actually probably people that are listening to us that maybe don't even listen or never even heard of Lyfe Jennings.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like I get that from that perspective, but like that guy's a great artist.
Great.
You know, great music.
Great.
But yeah, I'd be really interested to see what else back that decision, because I think Lyfe Jennings like is owed one, or not owed one, but like he should be able to get one if like I don't know, what's an artist that like an
artist that can do it
that did one that's not like so major, you know what I mean? The Dream.
Yeah.
Like Tom Misk, he's like a more of a jazz person. Like not a lot of people know that guy's name. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
I don't know. Maybe it was because of the jail thing.
Because that's crazy.
You didn't pass the background check, Lyfe.
Come on. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, your background check didn't pull through. So we're not gonna do this.
So we're not gonna do that. We can't do this Tiny Desk.
What the hell? Oh, that's messed up. God damn it. Trump got almost assassinated at a Coachella rally.
I didn't even did he actually almost get I thought it would be bigger news if he almost did.
But well, it wasn't like a hit on it. Like it didn't hit his face or anything this time around. So, but there was an attempt apparently.
But like it's weird because I've been watching like a pretty good amount of news over the last couple of weeks, and I heard about it once and then it wasn't talked about after that. You know what I mean? Like, and maybe Trump, because there's so much political news that keeps coming out that like it's sort of overtaken that story. But like the biggest thing right now that I've heard about Trump is where he went to a rally, and then the last 30 minutes he was like, man, I don't want to take any more questions. I'm just going to start playing some music. Do you see that?
No.
So he did a rally. I don't know where. But at the end of the thing, at the end of the rally, like almost 30 minutes to the end of the rally, I think they actually had a time. He's like, you know what? I don't want to take any more questions. I'm just gonna play some music, and we're just gonna sit here and listen to music.
Kanye thing to do.
So it was all this like old 80s like rock music and like that kind of stuff, and he's just like standing there like waving side to side. And then supposedly people were kind of just leaving because they're like, I came here to listen to you, not actually listen to music. Kind of thing.
Maybe he just ran out of ideas, and that's saying a lot. That Donald Trump does not want to talk. That's a lot.
Interesting, man.
That must be.
It's very interesting.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right, because he was on Flagrant with Andrew Schultz, his podcast.
No.
Well, Trump was on it like 2 weeks ago or like last week, I think, and I'm like, God damn, they got Donald Trump on there. That's
pretty big. He's a big deal.
So, I would say he's a big deal.
You might not like the guy, but he's a big deal.
Where's Kamala Harris with her podcast settings? That's why I'm telling you, folks. Trump 2024, because he's about that life. He is reaching out to the millennials and to all the kids out there, encouraging y'all to vote. All right, he's doing Aiden Ross and now Flagrant and what's the name of the weirdo kids from Canada? The one that does Happy Dad. Those guys, I forget their name, but yeah, he does a podcast with them. I'm telling you, man, Trump is for the people.
I can definitely agree with that. I think he's definitely putting an effort more towards like getting the younger generation to like vote,
because he's done this before.
So
I
can understand where he's coming from.
Let's do this, folks. Let's get entertainment TV back. Let's get entertainment back on the news. Right?
But crazy,
man. Whatever.
But yeah, I guess that news just kind of overtook. But that's messed up. How these people keep trying to assassinate him. That's
I mean, yeah, like,
up.
dude, like, come on, like
I'm not.
You don't have to like the guy, but try and kill him. Like, dude, what? Honestly, what has he done to deserve death? Yeah. And honestly, like, if you sit there and you look at his past,
unless we're talking about the Epstein stuff,
huh?
Unless we're talking about the Epstein stuff.
Well. I mean,
he was.
Hey, these are all allegations. And plus,
did I tell you anything about the first story?
If we're talking about conspiracy, I mean, Trump did his thing to ensure that news does not get out. If you get my drift, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to allude to anything, but I'm saying Trump did his part to ensure that the news didn't get. Yeah, just a little. Yeah. Make sure he's done. No, just that's all. So let's not. Hey man, I'm not trying to get Epstein down and on this show, okay? All right.
What was the theory that was going on? Epstein didn't kill himself or something like that. That was really big for a long time.
Yeah, they're saying that Trump was behind.
Somebody assassinated him, right? Yeah.
Well, it did make sense because they're saying the camera legit cut off right before he died. He hung himself.
There's a lot of just weird, sketchy stuff about that. Yeah.
And his wife is still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Still in prison. I wonder what's going on with that.
Mm-hmm.
She's been really, really quiet.
Well, she's in prison.
Well,
yeah, people get their stuff out.
Yeah,
so I can understand that.
Apparently, she was going to testify, but nothing happened there. Maybe she's
allegations.
Maybe she's talking to Diddy just to figure out, like, hey, look, I got some advice for you, kiddo. You gotta just shut the fuck up and don't say anything.
God,
hey, it is what it is. But I think Diddy's trial's in May.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be talking a lot about that.
Absolutely.
Maybe even try to do a deep dive into like whatever they can release. Yeah, witness stuff.
Testifies.
We'll keep everyone up to date. Maybe we'll even do like a little series about it. Because that's going to be one that's really close to home, I think.
I think so.
Like it's going to be, I don't know if it would be on the same sort of relevancy or like sort of frequency in that sense, but like what OJ to people back in the day, a Diddy trial would be to like us, I think. Like seeing Diddy like in that pedestal for literally my whole life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my whole life listening to hip hop, and see him in that light. And then all of a sudden like being brought down to this level with all this kind of like allegation stuff and like all this like freak off stuff. Like, I don't know what the truth is by any means, but I'm definitely interested to see what goes on during that trial. So we'll definitely try to keep everyone updated in that sense.
Interesting. Yeah. So, but we'll definitely take a look at it and see what happens. I wouldn't say excited for it because I don't want to see a downfall of anybody, but at the same time, if he is guilty for it, then he deserves whatever is coming to him. But
even some of the stuff outside of it too, like the whole 50 Cent documentary is supposed to come out.
Yeah,
like
Netflix paid for it too.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to do a review on that. Like, there's going to be a lot of just events that we can not really look forward to, but at least like have an idea that we want to talk about over the next few months. So
I have a controversial thing to bring up.
Oh God.
I'm not gonna lie, Ryan. This might be the episode.
This might be it.
This might be it.
Well, everybody,
fair warning. Viewer discretion is advised. Not about like what we're going to talk about. The viewer discretion is because, someone might murder us after I say this.
Oh God.
So I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I couldn't watch the Monsters show about the Menendez brothers.
No, I didn't even like.
Do you know the situation of the Menendez brothers?
So I know the Menendez brothers, yes, but I didn't. There's a show that came out
on Netflix.
Okay.
Very homoerotic.
Why is that?
Were
they homosexual?
Yeah.
They were?
No. That's the thing. So I don't know if they were.
Who was the director on this?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the director of the show was a homosexual. But my thing is, like, there are scenes in the show where the brothers were dancing with each other very, like, erotically. And my thing is, like...
Can't dance with your brothers?
What?
You don't dance with your boys like that?
You get your brother to wine pun me ting on the... No, get the hell out of here. Who does that? Now, get me.
The Menendez brothers, man.
Yeah, the Menendez brothers do, man. When you have all that money, shit, you'll do wild things for money, bro.
I didn't murder my parents for no reason.
Oh, my days. You know what? Let's keep on keeping on. I didn't finish this. Look at this, dude. Can't even.
They murdered their parents to be gay with each other.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty much what happened.
We murdered our parents because they wouldn't appreciate our love. So
you just don't get it, man.
So you just don't get love, mom and dad. Yeah. Here's a shotty to the body. Dude. Oh my God. That's crazy. Holy Christ.
The director's
Dude, that testimony must have been insane.
Testimony, the director's like, this is exactly the vision I needed to make this show.
This is a story I've been waiting to display to the world.
This is my Shakespeare.
The lawyer was hearing the reasoning. They're like, do not say any of that in court. Jesus Christ. Do not say any of that. Please.
Oh, sorry.
No. It's all good. It's all good.
The tangent.
Okay. Yeah. Like, listen, I'm not a homophobe. To each their own. Love who you love. But at the same time, I think the story focused more on the erotica, I guess, versus the actual story itself.
Interesting.
From what I'm watching,
it's weird because like the Menendez brothers is like one of the most infamous.
It's one of the most
celebrity. I don't know if you consider them celebrities, but like famous story, huge story. Like two normal kids. What from my understanding, they were like normal-ish kids, rich kids that just killed their parents.
Yeah.
And obviously there's something wrong with these kids, but like they were regular kids before that. It weren't like I don't think they were acting up by any means or like showing weird signs of that kind of stuff. They're rich kids.
Yeah.
You know, rich kids are always kind of a little bit weird on their end.
Sure.
But yeah, like unexpected, one of the most crazy stories. But there was no indication or no like inclusive part where it was like, yeah, one of them may be gay or the other might be gay or there's some sort of like homosexual dealings in any part of the story. It was literally just a story about two kids that murdered their parents. Right. Where's the gay part?
Where's the homosexuality?
Nothing's really wrong with it, but I'm just saying.
But it has nothing to do with the story.
Yeah, interesting.
Right?
Very interesting.
Like to each their own. Listen, again, love who you love. If it was a gay couple that did this, and that would make sense. I know what I'm getting into. But these are brothers, bro. Why are they all fancy? Why are they all up in their business with their junks in their trunk? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Make no sense. And they're both in relationship. They are married to females outdoors right now.
Weird.
But again, to each their own. If you guys are into the show, watch it. It's up to you. But for me, I wasn't getting much of the story of the murder and the trial. More so about the homosexuality for some reason surrounding those boys.
Sometimes like things just stray away too far from the original.
Like I get it, you want inclusivity, but at the same look in the story, to my knowledge, there was no homosexuality involved.
And like I think that this stuff happens like when people go a little bit too far. Like I know that one of the best examples I can come up with recently, and I didn't watch too much of it, but was like the X-Men cartoon that came out recently.
Yeah.
And how a lot of people in the beginning were sort of complaining that like, oh, there's a little bit too much inclusivity in this. Like you can definitely tell it's written for modern day or today's day.
Sure.
But the overall story ended up being great. Like the show was pretty great.
It was probably the show of the year for me.
Carl was saying it was a fantastic show. Yeah. Like I've heard other people say it was a great show. Yes, there was that. Yes, it's written for modern day, and there's certain aspects of like, you know, stuff that probably wouldn't exist during that time where the original X-Men came out, but it sort of complemented the story to make the show great. And I think that's where creative direction really plays a huge role into exactly how you direct and like what parts you want to bring in to complement the story as opposed to like it taking over the whole sort of situation. So yeah, like I guess in that case, and I know I don't ever really plan on watching it. I didn't even know there was a show that came out on that. Like I probably watched the first episode just to get a glimpse of what Carl was saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, like sometimes you just take it too overboard, man, and it doesn't work.
And here's the thing about X-Men. I have to just say this. So I read like a brief like history on why the show was created,
Mm-hmm.
and I've said this on the show a few times about like Magneto and Professor X being based off of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X.
Mm-hmm.
The show was based off of racism, like the divide of color between colors. So instead of colors, they choose mutant versus human. So they show the the hatred and the racism towards mutants, from the human side. Go back to your country, blah blah blah. You're not one of us.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, if people have an issue with this show specifically, if people are having an issue in terms of race, sexuality, gender, and all that stuff with this show, then I don't think you're getting the point of it.
Understood.
In my opinion, because the whole point of the show is to show that people who are different from you, they're still human at the end of the day, regardless of their
maybe super.
They're super. They can do things that you can't. But I feel that same way about homosexual men. You know what I mean? They do shit that I certainly could never.
Yeah.
But
they're still human.
They're still human, still people. Yeah. And I think that's what the basis of X-Men is. And then you have, Magneto.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
No, I was going to bring it back to the Menendez brothers stuff.
Oh, that's crazy.
I understand.
Hey, bad.
I understand what you're talking about. No.
Yeah, right? But my thing is, you have Magneto, who is someone who is mutant through and through and does everything in his power to ensure that mutants are the superior race. They have superiority over the humans, and they should not be anything beneath. Whereas that's the whole Malcolm X part, and Professor Xavier is the person who wants camaraderie with the humans, who wants to be one. Everyone should be equal.
Yeah.
That's his belief, hence the Martin Luther King basis. Now, I'm not saying this is like a gay versus straight thing, whereas who would be the leader? I would say RuPaul is the leader of the homosexual, the LGBTQ community. And for straight people, we have, who's a straight individual that can lead us to victory? I don't want to say Donald Trump because that's a, that's a whole thing. Someone who wants, who's the enemy here?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Jesus?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Jesus is supposed to love everybody.
Yeah, that's true. Jesus does love everybody. But, RuPaul loves everybody.
The Pope.
Yeah. Ooh. Yes, it's RuPaul versus the Pope, essentially. And, but the thing is, folks, at the end of the day, love is love. And if you're going to critique shows about stuff like this where the story behind it is to show inclusivity, then don't watch the show. That's all I gotta say about that. My rant about the monsters thing is different. Okay, it has that show legit has nothing to do.
Well, that's where like I was trying to get at, where it's like with the X-Men thing, like if it was based like originally the writers of the story were like, you know what, we're gonna make this about two separate sort of species or race or like genders or any two things that are just going against each other, where it's like Crips or Bloods, male versus female, like freaking animals versus humans or whatever it may be, like any sort of two divide, you can then bring in sort of inclusive sort of aspects to that story to sort of give it character or like detail it in a certain light. So like even if the premise of the story, like you were saying, the premise of the story is there, so we can use modern day aspects to sort of detail it, to give it life, to like shape and mold it so that people can be attracted to this for modern day work and like modern day like show or whatever it happens to be. But if the story is literally just about two kids killing their parents and there's really no sexual identity or like sexual favoritism or like anything sexual about this realistically, then there's no reason for directors or artists to even try to input that image into a story that really does to attract anything realistically. I get where the director can be coming from in that sense, but I think you've ruined the actual image or the actual morale of the original story. I think that's where the disconnect is. So I bring up X-Men as a good example to say that yes, it was written for modern day, but then there still is that end-all story where the writers were originally thinking about that, and you can sort of bring in that kind of stuff to give detail and character. But the Menendez brothers, like, you can't do anything with. Absolutely. It's literally just telling the story.
Messed up as well. The director, when he was asked, "Did you talk to the brothers about like the story and stuff?" He's like, "Yeah, no, I want nothing to do with them." So my thing is, you're making all this moolah off of their life story, and you literally want nothing to to ask to see to say like, "Hey, is there any accuracies about this part? Is there anything?" You know what I mean?
Like, in this case, do you blame Netflix for just wanting to make the pretty penny?
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
Like, because it's produced by Netflix. Yes. Like, Netflix funded it. Okay, so then, it's on Netflix, because the director just had the idea probably, and then Netflix is like, we're going to make this idea to light, because it's going to make us a shit ton of money.
It comes down to how much money the show will make you. You know what I mean? So,
terrible.
Come on, folks. Let's keep it. Let's actually stick to the story. I understand, it's real life. You want to, in drama, you have to pizzazz things. You have to, attract an audience to your story. My thing is, if it's about their sexuality or like there's certain aspects about them, you should maintain that, right? Like, if the person was known to be an absolute sweetheart, and then you turn them into a freaking rageaholic for the sake of the story, it strives away as to what the actual purpose of the story is.
It reminds me, and like, I guess this isn't the first time that people have done this in historical aspects or like any sort of creative aspects, where it's like, I remember when Harry Potter came out,
right?
Whole story of Harry Potter was out, all the books. I don't think all the movies were made at this time. And then I don't know if it was actually J.K. Rowling that did it, but then someone came out and was like, oh, Dumbledore was gay in the story. And it was like, if you've read all of the books, and I've only read, I don't know, out of like the 10 of them or whatever it is, I've read like 6 of them. I think I've read till Order of the Phoenix. And I don't remember any sort of aspect in any book, at least in those beginning books, where he showed any sexual preference or interest or anything like
that. In fact, he was infatuated with another like teacher from a different school in the movie. It's like right there.
It's weird, man. So it's like, don't try to throw these like odd narratives towards stories that just don't require it. Like, it doesn't need to be done that way. It's like Netflix could have made good money just recreating the story with like,
because the story in itself is wild in itself. Like the
jam packed.
It's you don't need the the things just to spice it up. I get it.
It's weird how like things are being done that way, and Netflix. Hope you make your money, I guess, but like I won't be watching it. So, it is what it is.
A great documentary though. They have a documentary on them that tells their story, which is great. That was actually a good documentary. So. But the show was
just not it.
Not it for me, Chief. Not it for me.
Jeez.
I'm watching the Aaron Hernandez show. I mentioned this before.
Oh, yep. Funny, I actually watched that too. I watched a little bit of it as well.
How was that for you?
That was pretty good.
Hold
interesting.
On. Now let's see. That is the show I understand if you have to bring homosexual undertones in there, or even outright, because there's the rumors were that the man was a closeted homosexual. Now that makes sense. Right? Now,
like, I think even there was interviews of the high school friend that came out and said, yes, they were a couple.
In the Netflix documentary, they did. He admitted that they, in fact, had sex.
They did stuff. So it's like, that makes sense. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. And I know
that makes sense. See, that I get that. If there's going to be a gay sex scene in the show for that, I understand that, because that's the story. But if it doesn't need to be in the story, why include it? You know what I mean?
Agreed.
I ain't gonna I'm gonna watch imagine me watching the Menendez brothers show. They're in Beverly Hills, and the homeboys at tennis practice. All of a sudden, you see Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre in the goddamn and the audience clapping up for him. No, I'm gonna ask questions. What the fuck is going on? Why is Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre here, freaking watching a tennis match when they should be recording freaking the Chronic?
It's a fever dream,
right? Makes no sense. That's all I gotta say. But yes, the Aaron Hernandez show is not bad so far. I'm caught up as of this week. I've been watching it. It's not bad. It's an interesting story. Very, very interesting story. Yeah. If you haven't watched the Netflix documentary show, I would recommend you do that. I enjoyed that as well. That was very good. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. You have anything else to say to the children out there?
Just to kind of give everyone a heads up, we do have a couple minutes left, so we're not going to be here next week. I unfortunately apologize. It is on me again this time.
On you again.
I will not be in Niagara Falls as of last time, but I will be in Aurora, Colorado.
Yeah,
which is funny.
The war zone.
The war zone of what is it? Peru or?
It's Peruvians or
I don't know. One of the South American countries.
That's nice. That's nice.
I don't know. Something like that. But
yeah, I don't know.
So I'll have a whole review on that to see if it's actually going on or not, because I'm going to be in that area. I believe it's close to Denver, so I'm hoping I get to explore Denver a little bit as well. I'll be there next week from, I believe, Wednesday through Saturday. So just unfortunately, an episode will not be releasing as of next week. Just to give everyone a heads up. So, but I'll come back. Hopefully, have some cool stories about Aurora. I'm going there for work, unfortunately, so it's not going to be too crazy by any means. But I'm hoping to get some sort of content.
It's just a weekend or like a week? Or?
It's 4 days or 3 days, realistically, Wednesday through Saturday. I'm flying back to Toronto on Saturday morning. So.
Oh, okay. So you'll be here for the weekend.
I'll be here for the weekend. Yeah, that should be good. Also, shout out to Elmine. I don't know if anyone knows Elmine. I went to his concert on Monday on Thanksgiving. At the Mod Club. He's a UK R&B artist. Charming as hell, extremely talented. Definitely go listen to him.
Okay.
I bought a T-shirt.
Wow.
Yeah, he's amazing, and it was a packed house too. Crazy. He actually filled the Mod Club up.
Nice.
Like it was packed, like absolutely packed.
Good.
And the crazy part was, man, I got super drunk, so I was super loud, and I didn't even realize it.
Is that really the crazy part? Oh, Ryan got drunk.
That's not the crazy part.
So crazy.
But I remember our marketing director is like, Ryan, you're being fucking loud right now. And I'm like, so? Yeah, that was the drinks talking. I apologize on behalf of every...
You're
but
ignorant. You're so ignorant.
Just before the next part, he actually started singing Drew Hill, which is really sick. So shout out to Elmine.
End the show.
That was great. So... But I'll talk a little bit more about that. We'll see everyone in 2 weeks. Appreciate the time.
And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on Instagram, TikTok now, and tell your friends. And as always, folks, don't forget, fill it in.
Peace, everybody.
See you in 2 weeks.